Hello, lovely students. Good day and welcome to this lesson. In this lesson, we are looking at geometric construction. Geometric construction is a drawing of geometric items such as shapes, angles, or lines using a pair of compasses, straight edge, and a pencil. We'll be looking at shapes such as rectangles, parallelogram, circles, and the rest. It is important to know that performing geometric constructions, you don't use a protractor to draw. The protractor will only serve as a guide to confirm your answers. Only a pair of compasses and a ruler shall be used. All angles shall be constructed. Whenever you are asked to construct any geometric shape, it is advisable that you do a freehand sketch before you start drawing. This gives you a clue as to how the drawing will look like. It saves you a lot of time and it makes the construction very easy. Now, let's start. So let's say you're asked to draw a line segment AB. The magnitude of line AB is equal to 10 centimeters. You take your ruler, then you draw a straight line. So this is my straight line. Take your compass, measure 10 centimeters. Start from 0 and at 10. Be on 10 exactly. Stand at one end like this. Make an arc to cross the line. Stand on that particular arc. Turn your compass and you construct another arc like this. Label your line segment AB. The length is 10 centimeters. Let's look at how to construct and bisect a line segment. Bisecting a line segment means dividing the line into two equal parts. Bi means two. Secting means dividing. So bisecting essentially means dividing a line segment into two equal parts. Let's use this example. Construct and bisect line segment AB with magnitude 8 centimeters. You draw a straight line. Now you take your ruler and your compass. Measure 8 centimeters. Stand on 0. Measure 8 centimeters. Stand at one end. You make an arc. You stand on the arc and you make another arc. AB. To bisect, stand at A, open to more than half. Half will be around this place. Open to more than half. Make an arc, a semicircle with the same measurement. Stand at B to cross first arc. You draw a straight line to pass through where the two arcs intersect. Measure and see whether you actually divided the line to two equal parts. You can see that my bisector, this line is called a bisector. It's on the 4 centimeters. Here is another example. Construct and bisect line CD is equal to 9 centimeters. You draw your straight line, then you measure 9 centimeters. You stand at one end, you make an arc. Stand on that arc, you make another arc. You will label. Here is C, here is D, and the length is 9 centimeters. Take your compass, stand at C, open to more than half. Make an arc above, make an arc below. Go and stand at D. Where the arc crossed the line, make an arc to cross the one above, cross the one below. Now you draw a line, pass through where the two arcs met above and below. Now use your ruler to confirm it's on 4.5 exactly. Now let's look at how to construct a perpendicular at a given point on a straight line. In this case, this is my straight line XY and I have a point A on the given line XY. I want to draw a perpendicular, a line, the one in the green marker. That will touch XY at an angle of 90 degrees. A perpendicular is a line that touches another line at 90 degrees. So this line in the green marker is perpendicular to the line XY. Now let's look at how to construct this perpendicular line. Let's draw a line AB with length 10 centimeters. Measure your 10 centimeters. Stand at one end, make an arc. Stand on the arc and make another arc. Name your line A, B and write the length 10 centimeters. Let's say we have the point. Let's name the point X. You take your compass and you open to a reasonable length, not too big, not too small. Make an arc here, make an arc here. Now you open to a reasonable length, something bigger than what you just used. Let me label this place C and this place C. I'll stand at C, draw an arc above. I'll stand at D, now draw another arc above to meet the first one. Let's name the intersection of the two arcs E. So you draw a line passing through the intersection and X. This line you see here is Y. Line XY is now our perpendicular at point X to the line A. Now let's look at how to construct a perpendicular at the end of a given line. Let's use line XY is equal to 10 centimeters. You draw line XY straight. You measure 10 centimeters on the ruler. You stand at one end, make an arc. Stand on the arc, make another arc. You label, here is X, here is Y. We have 10 centimeters. Now we are constructing a perpendicular at the end of a given line. So let's construct the perpendicular at X. When we are done, we will construct the perpendicular at Y2. So you stand on X, pin to a reasonable length. You make an arc, touch this side of the line. You make an arc the other side. Let's label here C and let's label here D. You open to a reasonable length. You stand at D, make an arc above. Stand at C, make an arc to cross the first one. Now you draw a line from X, which is the end of the line, cross where the two arcs met. So we have our perpendicular at the end of this line XY. Our perpendicular is at the point X. Now let's do the same thing here. Be at Y, make an arc, cross this side, cross the other side, open to a reasonable length. Let's name this E and let's name this F. Stand at E, make an arc. Stand at F, make an arc to cross the first one. Now you draw from Y to where the two arcs met. Construct a perpendicular at a given point outside the line. Let's draw line MN equal to 8 centimeters. Draw a straight line. Measure 8 centimeters. Stand at one end, make an arc. Stand on that arc and make another arc. M, N, and you have 8 centimeters. Now let's say we have a point here. The point is O. This point is not on the line, it's outside the line. Now let's draw a perpendicular from this point O, the line MN. You take your compass, you stand at O, you adjust it so that you can make an arc, cross the line MN. The arc should be within MN, it should not be outside of MN, so it should be within. So you adjust so it should be within. You make an arc to cross the line MN, make another arc at the other side. Now let's name here XY. Stand at X, you make an arc below the same measurement. Stand at Y and make an arc to cross the first one. With your pencil and ruler, you draw a straight line from O to touch where the two arcs met. And this line is a perpendicular from point O to cross the line MN. Let's say I have a line and the length of that line is 8.5 centimeters. We call the line PQ, 8.5 centimeters. I want to construct a parallel line to this given line PQ. Parallel line move in the same direction as PQ and to never touch PQ. You might be given the length of the parallel line from the given line, let's say 5 centimeters. Now you make one point at the middle of the line PQ. Mine is here. You stand at P, you make an arc. You stand on the point, you make an arc. You stand on Q, you make an arc. Now our parallel line will pass right above all the arcs. So the new line in green is geometrically parallel to the line PQ. And this is how you draw a parallel line to a given line.